Apparently, I went up to the clubhouse, to the exercise facility, which is right next door to the pickleball. And I exercised for probably a half hour or so, then went over to play pickleball. Played a couple games, felt fine, did well. Went to sit out, which is customary because normally they have more players. And I didn't wake up for 3 days after that.
On June 24th, Bryan was playing pickleball. I had gone out for my daily walk. I walked past the pickleball courts. He didn't see me, but I stopped there and watched him hit a few shots and went happily on my way.
June 24th was a pretty normal day for us. At some point during the day, they called us to a pickleball court for an unresponsive party.
Somebody else from the pickleball court called me and said, "Liz, Bryan had a heart attack on the pickleball court." I'm like, "Is he okay?" They're like, "Well, we don't know." So she came in her car and got me and brought me back to the pickleball court. At that point, the ambulance and the firemen were working on Bryan on the court.
They found an AED at some point, did compressions on him, shocked him at least once before the fire department got there. When the fire department got there, they did at least 2 rounds of compressions, shocked him again, and they sustained Ross.
We prepared the patient to load him up into the ambulance and stabilize him. We transported him emergent to Parker Hospital. A little while after, we got a notice that our patient left the hospital neurologically intact. My first impression when I saw the patient was realizing that it was a cardiac arrest. I kind of just started preparing the stretcher, getting our backboard ready so we could get the patient off the floor and onto the stretcher and then get him into the back of the ambulance.
Some critical things to do when transporting a patient after cardiac arrest to the hospital is to make sure that their blood pressure stays good. We want to make sure that we still have an airway in place, whether they're breathing on their own or we're breathing for them. In this case, he was breathing on his own. We didn't have to do much. We just gave him some assistance with oxygen. Another thing that's really critical with these patients is that any bump in the road can really mess with their heart. So we have to be super careful going over any rough road, rough terrain, or moving patients around too quickly.
I'm getting used to starting over again. Whereas I used to exercise a great deal every day, now it's a struggle to walk a little bit and get on the bike and that type of thing. I'm getting there, but it's a time-consuming and struggle to get back up to speed. The medical provider has been wonderful. To look the people in the eye and shake their hand, it was wonderful. It's part of that second start, as you say.
Here at Heritage Eagle Bend, we have a man named Ed Abrams who offers CPR classes near the pickleball courts like once a week. The person Bryan was sitting next to said, "Bryan's having an emergency." Fortunately, he didn't crash onto the court. They got him onto the court and started CPR.
It's surprising that in that area of Aurora, there's actually been quite a few ROSC patients. It just seems to be that there's a lot of bystanders who know CPR and are able to apply an AED quickly. I believe it is important for the community to know CPR because this is actually the second ROSC patient I've had where there was bystander CPR with an AED placement with a good outcome. So in that case, I believe it's up to everybody to learn how to do CPR because you never know what's gonna happen.
They were going to do an honor of a Phoenix Award for Team B for all the members of that fire crew that essentially helped save my life. So they wanted to know if they would like us to be present for that. So we were honored to be asked, and we went there on August 11th, and it was quite a ceremony that they got awarded, got recognized for stepping above and beyond. I couldn't be more in debt to both the ambulance and the fire department. I worked for more than 20 years for a company that produces 911 location-based software that pinpoints where the event happens. To know that it works is even more fulfilling and more humbling, and I'll be forever grateful.